Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi. I'm a licensed esthetician in Pennsylvania, and today I figure I would mix it up a little bit and do like a sort of like get ready with me for work. It is Friday, what is it, February, I'm actually not entirely sure. It's February something. Also, I know I always go over this, but for anybody that is new, I have alopecia. So I lose hair, hence the giant bald spot, and hence all the insane looking baby hairs that are currently growing back in. I just did my skincare. I like to let that sit in for a little bit. If you're interested in what I use for my skincare in the morning, I mainly use Hale & Hush, the brand that I carry at my studio. I start with their Quiet Wash, their cleanser. I usually double cleanse, not always, depends on how lazy I'm feeling. So I cleanse with the Quiet Wash, and then I go in with their Soothe Essence Serum, just for a little bit more added hydration. And then I go in with the Hush Hydrate Gel, which is a very calming, soothing moisturizer. And then I obviously end with my SPF. And currently I'm using the La Roche-Posay, like, I don't know what the heck it's called, but it's like SPF 60 or something. So I used that. And then I also used the Babe Lash conditioner on my lashes. So today, which I've been using this palette, I love it. I'm a huge fan of Blend Bunny Cosmetics. So I'm going to be using the Lure palette. I own every single palette that Blend Bunny has come out with. They're all fantastic. So if you're looking for a new brand of eyeshadow to try out, highly, highly recommend Blend Bunny. Most of her palettes are like rainbow, but like I wear a lot of color, so I don't care. That's actually really great for me. So this is what the Lure palette looks like. I think it's like a mermaidy kind of theme. And there's this really pretty like multi-chrome up here. So, I don't know what colors I'm going to do today. I might just do like purple, honestly. That's like my default. I love purple. I think mainly because I have brown eyes, and purple is a color that really brings out the brown. Because, you know, I don't have fun colored eyes. I don't have blue or green or hazel or gray or anything like that. I have boring brown, crap brown eyes. My mom growing up used to always say that I'm so full of crap that my eyes are brown. Anyone else's parents tell them that as like a joke to be funny? Maybe not to be funny. I've also really been loving the ColourPop highlighter, Super Shock highlighter. This is in the shade Flexitarian. This is like an OG product. Like, if anyone watched YouTube back in like 2012, like, and ColourPop only had Super Shock eyeshadows, and they were like $3. Good times. I miss those days whenever makeup wasn't like insanely expensive, because I feel like it is so much more expensive now. Also, I do not wear foundation. I only wear a little bit of concealer under my eyes, and that's it. If I'm not wearing eyeshadow, then usually I don't even use concealer. I just use a little bit of my pressed powder, which, like, oh my god, guys. Okay, so my mom, this is really rambly, I'm sorry. But growing up, so my mom never wore foundation either. Well, she did, but she'd only wear powder. And so she always used the Bare Minerals powder foundation back when you could only get it on QVC. And after a while, she switched from Bare Minerals to Pure Cosmetics. I think at the time they were just called Pure Minerals. They're now Pure Cosmetics. But I have been using the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 mineral makeup for like, so I'm 29. I've been using this since I was literally like 14. So like, this is my just holy grail powder foundation. I've tried so many others, and I feel like this just is the best one. It has the best coverage. And I used to wear this all over my face as like an actual foundation. Now I just don't do that because I don't really care for foundation all over my face. I don't really break out. I have like a couple right here right now, which are super random, and a couple of random bumps on my face. I don't know where these are coming from. But I normally don't really break out, so I don't really feel a need to wear foundation. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to prime my eyelids. I use the Sigma eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Persuade. It's kind of just like a, I don't know, like a beigey, pinky kind of color. And I don't use a lot of this because I feel like you really don't need a lot because it spreads really well. So I just kind of put a little bit on like that, and then I just blend it out with my finger. I think I'm probably going to go in with this shade here. It's called Tentacles. It's the darkest purple. I always start out with the darkest and then move into the lighter shades. I just kind of put it right on the outer corner. And I kind of like start to blend it, but like not, like I don't go crazy because I can just go back in and blend it whenever I add the lighter shades. I blend the lighter shades out with this. So for now, I kind of just pack the color on. All right, now I'm going to take this Barney ass purple, literally such a Barney purple. And this is just called Seductress right here. And I just put my finger in the purple below it. That's fun. But now I'm going to take this Barney purple, and I just kind of like, I add it on the inner portion of my eye and just kind of start blending it into the darkest shade. I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm doing. Not that it really matters. I guess this isn't a tutorial. Oh, so I took a class online to learn how to do lip blushing, which is lip tattooing. The purpose of it is to kind of add like a subtle like tint to your lips, kind of if you were wearing like a tinted lip balm or something like that. And so I took this one class from this girl in Vegas, and you know, like she hyped this class up and said there are like all these modules and it's so in depth and everything. And I take it, and like, thank God I got it on sale, okay? Because like, this was the biggest waste of time I've ever taken in my life. Like, I was very disappointed in the class because it was supposed to, I swear she had like an email sent out that said that there were going to be like 68 modules, and like, it was supposed to go super in depth and everything. When I tell you, and she said like, you don't have to be like a permanent makeup artist to take this class. She's like, oh yeah, you can be a beginner. You don't have to know anything about the industry, whatever. That is a crock of crap, because so this class, it only took me an hour and like 20 minutes. And that's because the model, which you only got one model to watch, the one model video that you got to watch was only an hour long. So literally it took me 20 minutes to do the rest of the class. Like, she didn't teach you jack shit. So I was very disappointed. Luckily I already like know what I'm doing when it comes to using a machine. Because she didn't go over that like literally at all. She didn't go over mapping, which is very important. Like, she showed you how she mapped that one client, but she didn't go over how to map other people. And like I said, you only get to watch one model. Like, that is not worth it to me. Like, how are you gonna tell people that they can be beginners and they can take that class, and then you don't even explain anything? Like, that was such a waste of my money and my time. I mean, I gathered like a little bit of information from it, so I'm still going to purchase the supplies, and I'm going to probably test it out on Ashley, to be honest, because she said that I could, because she bought the same class. And like, it's just a giant waste of time. I'm like very disappointed. Next, I'm going to be going in with this light purple here. It's called Jellyfish. And basically what I'm going to do is kind of like overlap the inner part a little bit because I want to keep that as light as possible. All right, I'm going to go back in with the darkest shade and just kind of, like, to me, with eyeshadow, it's all about going back in and building up color to get it as saturated as you want it to be. My one client, so her last name, I'm sure she'd be okay with me sharing this with you. Her last name, since she got remarried, is Butt, like literally B-U-T-T, Butt. And so her husband wants me, he has no other tattoos, okay, I have to say that. He has no other tattoos. He wants me to tattoo, like, the word butt on his butt. And I told her, like, right now, I'm not comfortable doing that because I'm not, like, I've tried doing line work and stuff like that, or calligraphy, that kind of thing, but I'm not, like, the best, so I'm not ready for that yet. Now I'm gonna go in with the NYX glitter primer. I just go in with my finger. I just take, like, a little bit like that. Here, come here. She, like, yelps when I grab her because she hates being picked up. But here's my little girl. Here's Luna. You hate being picked up, and I don't know why. But she's my big black panther. My big black panther, huh? You're such a big girl. All right, I'll put you down. She, like, hates being picked up. All right, for my lid, I'm going to go in with the multi-chrome that's in the palette. It's called Pearl. It has, like, so it shifts from, like, pink to purple to, like, green. I don't know, it's a very interesting shade. I like it a lot. Once again, I just use my finger for that. I'm not fancy. But, like, can you see all of the colors? I don't know if you can even tell, but it's so pretty. And then I just use my finger and plop that on the lid. I have a lot of multi-chromes. That's, like, all that I use on my eyelids now. I, like, feel like regular shimmers are just boring to me now because I never used multi-chromes before. And then I randomly stumbled upon some YouTubers that do, like, beauty videos, and they, like, were reviewing multi-chrome eyeshadows and, like, showing you the shifts and stuff. And like, I watch Bad to the Brow. She's great. I watch Angelica Nyquist. I'm not good. She's Swedish, so I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I watch Lauren May Beauty, and then Batty Bean, and they, like, all have shown multi-chromes in their videos, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, I want to try that because, you know, I'm bored with what I have. And then ever since then, I cannot go back. So I have a bunch of multi-chromes from Cleona Cosmetics, Divina, Terra Moons. I think those are, like, the main ones. Oh, and then Pastel Roses from the UK, but their shipping's expensive because it's coming from the UK. But yeah, I love multi-chromes now. So this is what we are looking like. It looks super unblended on my iPhone camera, but it's actually blended. So that's fun. Why does it look like that? It does not look like that in person. I guess it just can't, like, pick up what it really looks like. After that, I kind of just take a tissue and just clean up underneath, because, like I said, I don't use foundation, so, like, I don't have, I know, like, people use concealer to clean it up, but I also, like, barely care about what that looks like either. So yeah, I use my tissue. There we go, all cleaned up. I don't know why that looks so patchy on this camera, but it does not look like that in person. Anyways, so for concealer, I use the NARS, what is it called? The Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I use the shade Light 2 Vanilla. I don't even know if that's, like, showing up, but I just take a little like concealer brush, grab a little bit, not that much, and then I just slap it on underneath my eyes. I'm not like gonna sit here and take a million years to blend it out, because who has time for that? Blend this shit out. Take the excess product wherever you want to. I just want to make sure that there's no like super cakey spots where there's a lot of product. So that is what my under eyes look like. After that, my contacts get all funky from pushing under my eyes. And then I just kind of like continue to blend out any creases. And then what I do, I take a brush and I take the NYX HD powder. This one's just the translucent one. And I take some of that. This is a tip. If you need to stop your concealer from creasing, so use as little, first of all, use as little product as you can. And then on top of that, take an HD powder like this, or a smoothing powder, and just kind of like fluff it underneath there. You don't need to like bake it or anything like that, because that just makes your under eyes look dry as hell. Once again, I just bring it all over my forehead and stuff. But yeah, you just do that first. Okay, everywhere that you placed concealer. Do it on both eyes. Like I said, keep blending out any creases that you already have, because we don't want to set creases. You want to make sure that everything's all smoothed out. So, all right, once we're good with that, we're gonna take our face powder again. I take a little bit, and then I put that right on top. So you're gonna take powder foundation, and you're going to apply that on top of your set concealer. And then I just kind of, like I said, blend it down so there's no like harsh lines. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna start all over again with this is gonna be for the under eye. I'm gonna start with the dark purple. I'm gonna blend it out with a little bit of the medium purple and then the light purple. Okay, we're gonna take Flexitarian. We're gonna put that in our inner corners, because this palette doesn't really have like a inner corner highlight for me personally. Then I take my P. Louise brow gel, put that in these brows. So like I have mine tattooed, but they are very faded. But what I'm gonna have Ashley do is remove the fronts of them so that I can get the fronts redone, because she kind of fucked them up when she first did them. So I want to fix them. So we're gonna do that. So I need to remove the fronts first before I get them touched up. But like you can see, like my tail over here is like kind of gone, and like my arch up here is kind of gone. And I have like not super oily skin, but oily skin enough that they kind of faded faster for me. I got them done about a year ago. So I am due for a color boost. But like I said, I'm not happy with them. So now I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I've been using this shit for like a million years now. Like tried and true. This used to be like $1. I don't know how much it is now. I haven't bought it in a while, but I think it's still pretty dang cheap. Ever since they discontinued the NYX matte liquid liner, that was my go-to. Before that, I always used, does anyone else remember the NYC black liquid liner? Because that shit was amazing. And then they just disappeared. And then, so I went to NYX. And now they discontinued their shit. Like, why? And they brought back some, like, awful liner that they said was the same. It's not the same. Like, they lied. They out here lying. All right, got myself a wing. I'm gonna do the other side and my mascara, and then I'll come back whenever we do my cheeks. All right, I did my mascara and my eyeliner. Here is what we are looking like. I also put the ColourPop eyeliner in Charmer in my waterline. So yeah, that's what my eyes look like. Now, for mascara, I use the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. I normally just get like L'Oreal Carbon Black, literally like the classic mascara. But Ulta had these on sale for like $10 for like Black Friday or some crap like that. So I got like 4 of them. So that's my go-to mascara. I used to use it all the time when I worked at Ulta, but of course I don't get that discount anymore. I know I could get a pro discount from Urban Decay's like website, but I don't use them like in my kit, and I don't really feel like using it just for a mascara. So anyways, for my bronzer, I don't really like contour per se. I just add bronzer. I use the NARS bronzer in, it's the matte bronzer, by the way, the matte bronzer in Vallarta. I just kind of throw a ton on my brush, to be honest, because this stuff's not that pigmented. And then I just kind of throw it in spots that would have some color. So there's before and after. Like I said, I don't really like try to contour or anything. I don't really like care about that. I just kind of throw it on. For blush, I've been using the ColourPop like heart-shaped blush. This one's in the shade Flirt Alert. It's just a really pretty like rosy kind of color. I do like really like peachy colors on myself, but lately I've been going for more shades like this. So once again, I just get some on my brush and I kind of throw it almost on top of where my bronzer is. I like to go heavy on the blush because it disappears throughout the day. So that's what that looks like. Then I save this brush. These are Alter Ego brushes, by the way. And then I'm going to go in with Flexitarian. Get some on my brush like that. Do the tops of the cheekbones. A little bit of a C shape here. And my Friday is like pretty booked today, so I probably won't be able to like film anything because it's like all Brazilians. Like I feel like people who film like their work when they're an esthetician, they have it easier if they just do like facials. Because facials, you can just like record a snippet here and there and like you can record that. I can't record Brazilians. I'm also going to take, on top of Flexitarian, I'm going to take that Pearl shade from the Lure palette, just the same brush, and I'm going to use that as a highlighter too. I think this looks so pretty. I saw Baddie Bean do this and I was like, ooh, I want to try that. Like, look at that. So pretty. And it just like on top of Flexitarian, like it just looks so pretty. Like, look at that. Oh. Then to blend everything, I go back in with my blush brush, nothing else on it, and I just kind of buff it. Also, sorry, I'm like sniffling a lot. My allergies have been like on a whole other level. So I just blend that to make sure there's no harsh lines. And we are complete. show you the final look here. I'm probably gonna add some like tinted like lip balm or something, just like a rosy color, because like my lips are chapped as hell. I do have like an Aquaphor lip balm I'm gonna put on, but yeah, that's what we're looking like today. So thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, you're a saint, because I rambled so much and normally this takes me literally 20 minutes. So I will catch you in the next video.